I think we did well with being aggressive with getting open. At first, it was kind of shaky, but then we started to be more aggressive when it was time to get the ball, and driving to the basket helped as well.
Yeah, and then the first quarter, IU scored over 20 points, and how did that sort of set up the game, or the rest of the quarters?
Wait, what was the question?
IU scored, in the first quarter, they scored, I think, over 20 points, and how did that sort of set up the rest of the game? Because they had already gotten, I think you guys were 8, I want to say?
I think we didn't let it get to our heads. I think we kept playing. I think the main thing is just the defensive standpoint. I think we need to play better defense. Offense was there and just trying to get open offensively. Once we got in a rhythm offensively, we did better, but it was just a defensive standpoint.
Yeah, and then the two of you were obviously top scorers of the night for the team. And how do you sort of bounce off each other or sort of balance each other out on the court?
We both know each other's game, and when I see her get it, I just make sure I'm running the lanes, and I think we do a good job at fighting each other, but we both just play hard, so we bounce off our energy.
Another thing is, if I have the ball, she's always running down the lane, so I know if she's on the left or right side. So I can always kick it up to her. Also, it's just whoever's hot, give it to them, I guess.
Yeah, and we saw that tonight. Adalia, you had some really hot points during the game, and what sort of jump-started those?
Just playing hard. No matter what happens in the game, I just want to play hard for my team. So whether I score or not, I just want to work hard in everything and just be the best.
Yeah, and you guys are freshmen, the youngest on the team in Indiana, obviously number 7, and they're a very experienced team going into it. Did that intimidate you, or no?
No. I think our coaches prepare us well and give us enough confidence to know, like, you guys can go out and play with anyone. And we didn't look at them being like number 7. We know they're number 7, but we're just gonna come out and play our game.
I think we just look at it like another game. It doesn't matter who we're playing against. We're just gonna give it 100%. And like she said, our coaches prepare us at practice and let us know what we need to do beforehand.
Yeah, and then overall, 93-61 loss. How did you guys feel about it? About the game?
Not our best performance, but we can't dwell over it. We have 6 more games. We just have to keep playing. We have practice tomorrow. We just have to go to practice, have a positive mindset, and get ready for the next game. I think we play Nebraska, so we just have to get ready for them.
Yeah, losing never feels good, but what feels good is knowing we have another opportunity to work hard the next day, to play another game, and to give our all.
All right, that's all I got. Thank you.
I just want to when you got 2 freshmen playing against a team like that, and there were 2 leading scorers, it's a shout out because it not only leading scorers, but what they shot. Like you got 4 for 6 and 6 for 12. I mean, those were quality shots, and for 2 freshmen to lead us against that, it says a lot about these 2. So, yeah, good job, guys.
Do you have any opening thoughts of the game?
First quarter. I mean, we talked about Indiana as they're one of the most physical teams in the league. They're one of the most experienced teams in the league. I know they're without Holmes right now, but that there's a reason they were ranked. Their physicality off the ball and their defense really bothered us, and I was honestly very disappointed in how we knew about it. We didn't really react to it. It took us till halftime again, and then halftime we come out and compete for the last 20, but that's not acceptable, and these kids know it. Quite frankly, we didn't play very good defense. We tried zone, we tried man, and they just they're a very opportunistic team when it comes to putting the ball on the floor and scoring, and that just really hurt us in the first half.
Yeah, and then what was the game plan even before the game? What was the game plan going into tonight?
Keep them on a bubble so they couldn't do what they just did. I mean, we talked about zone. We'd come in with a zone plan that has worked in the past for us. And we're trying to get in the gaps. If we had to switch to man, the same things. We knew that they could get to the rim. Our top of our zone wasn't as active as it was planned to be. And so, they got the ball in the middle, and to get the ball in the middle of the zone, it just tore us up. So that was the initial game plan. We went to, player to player, man. Kind of same thing happened in the first 2 quarters. So, yeah, I mean, it's that just came at us, and we talked a lot about that in the post game.
Yeah, Adalia and Jayla, just like you said, they're freshmen and they're leading the team and they've gotten their chance. And where do you think they can go from here?
The experience they're gaining right now in the Big Ten as freshmen playing is probably pretty unique. A lot of freshmen having impact on their first year is really tough in this league, especially with the COVID year. There's a lot older teams, a lot more experience out there right now because people are graduating. So, for them to go out there and play against one of the best teams in the country, not just the Big Ten, that's kind of what we've been, the Big Ten is right now, is like we're running into a lot of teams that are, prepping up, they're getting ready for their postseason. They're one of them.
Mm-hmm. And then Allie Badberg scored 26 points tonight, and she was unstoppable from pretty much anywhere on the court. How do you stop her?
Well, why teams are good is because you got to stop, not her. You got to stop Berger. You got to stop Golub. You got to stop, and then we had the other kids starting to show up. I believe Peterson was 1 for 11 before tonight, and then she went 3 for 4 from 3. And that's what happens when teams loosen up. So, and Hillary is always someone that is someone like you have to contain, and so it's why they're at where they're at. We were hoping she would have a quiet night, and that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm. And then what's the next step for Nebraska's game on Saturday?
Yeah. Nebraska is probably one of the deepest teams in the league. They play a lot of people. They're very balanced. They can go inside out. They shoot the ball pretty well. We're running into another good part of the Big Ten and postseason teams right now because we got Ohio State coming back on Monday. So it is what it is. We haven't played. We played like 5 games in 45 days, and then we played at Wisconsin, a little rusty, and then we're back home for these 3. Now it's like play. There's a certain point that trying to miss all those games, it's hard to replace those. And so we're in this right now. We know we have to kind of bounce back, and that's what we're going to do.
Is it just a day by day then? Pretty much?
Everything's day by day right now in February. In our situation, that's our goal is okay. You heard those kids. They didn't go, oh, sorry, we got to get back in. We have practice tomorrow morning. We go back to work. So that's good about and you're hearing that from 2 freshmen.
And then again, just like you said, it's sort of that final stretch. It's sort of that final stretch of the season. What is it going to look like from here for Illinois? The biggest thing is competing. I mean, there's 2 teams in this. There's 2 types of teams right now. Teams that are looking for postseason, and teams like us trying to spoil some people and coming out there and we talked about what fun is in the post game, and fun is working hard and playing hard. It's not, that word is kind of loosely used, if that makes sense. And we've got to have the toughness right now to play these games out and play them tough and do what we can to pick up a win. That's why we're here.